in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly why and how life is already rigged in your favor. So it's time to stop fighting it and actually allow life to work for you as it was designed to do. I'll be sharing some of the powerful concepts and teachings of my favorite teachers, Abraham Hicks, Bob Proctor, Joseph Murphy, and Maxwell Maltz. And if you're someone that finds it hard to simply trust and lean into the flow of life, I'll also be sharing with you how your subconscious mind has been built to specifically succeed and achieve the goals that you give it. Hello and welcome to this channel. If you're new here, I'm Kirsty Elizabeth. I help people awaken their true self and activate their hidden potential. And if you're coming back, thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you here. Now, before I get into it, I do have a free gift that I would love to share with you. It's called 2025 The Pre-Game, and it is a free 5-part program that you can sign up for right now and get instant access to. And it's going to help you by sharing the 5 fundamental and crucial inner shifts that you need to make in order to radically transform your life in 2025 and create an unrecognizable year. So if that sounds good to you, check out the link, sign up for it if you want to receive instant access. And for now, I will continue with this video. I was always someone that believed if I wanted anything in my life, I had to go out and get it. I had to push, I had to strive, I had to try really hard to achieve the things that I wanted and to live the life that I wanted to live. And that was even some of the time not even believing that what I wanted was possible for me, not even believing that I was the type of person that could have the things that I wanted. I even for a while shut down on my desires, thinking it just wasn't possible for me because I'm not that kind of person who gets it, because my life up until that point hadn't shown me any different. It had shown me that life was hard. It had shown me that I need to really try harder than anyone. I need to really struggle. I really need to strive. It had showed me that I needed to feel worthy of having what I wanted. And the only way through that, the only way to achieve that was by working really hard and really earning it, right? So I've come from a background and a belief system of I have to earn things that I want. I have to try really hard. I have to work really hard, all of this. And I'm sure you can relate to that. So the problem with this is that we are going against the natural flow of life. Life naturally wants to give things to us. It wants to give us what we're looking for. I mean, nature's just the perfect example of how life works. We have life force energy flowing into us, flowing into the plants, flowing into every living organism in this universe. And it's always seeking fuller expression. It's always seeking more. It's always seeking more life. And so naturally, plants grow and grow and grow. Trees grow. There's millions of blades of grass all along the fields, right? Nature just continues to grow and expand. It doesn't sit there thinking, I don't feel good enough, or I need to make this harder for myself. It actually naturally expands and grows because that is life. And we have the same life force running through us. But because we think we have to control the process, because we think we're not worthy, because we think it's really hard to achieve that we want, or we can never achieve the things that we want because we're not those types of people, we instantly block life from working through us in the way it's meant to work through us. And it's not our fault. It's just we've been taught this. This is the way we've been trained to be. And that's exactly why I wanted to share this video with you today, because I want to share some concepts that really helped shift my belief and the way I saw things. It really helped reframe the way life works for me when I understood these. And still from time to time, when I kind of slip back into that old way of thinking and that old way of feeling, I find myself going back to these concepts, going back to these teachers and reminding myself actually how life is actually rigged in my favor right now. So I'm going to share those with you now. So this book really changed how I saw myself and how I understood that I could actually be different. It really helped me realize that who I thought I wasn't set in stone. It wasn't solid. It wasn't, this is all I'm ever going to be, and that's just how I am. And that actually I had what I needed within me to change who I was, to change how I saw myself. This book taught me about self-image and the fact that how we see ourselves is really it's just a belief in itself, right? And we normally base it on what we've experienced in the past, not realizing it was our self-concept, our belief about ourselves that actually created the conditions, the circumstances, and the events that have happened to us, which just reinforce our belief in ourselves. So I loved reading this book. This was Maxwell Maltz, and it is Psycho-Cybernetics. And so basically, Maxwell Maltz talks about the fact that our subconscious mind and our central nervous system work together to achieve goals. So it's like we have a goal-seeking organism. We are a goal-seeking organism. A little bit like a missile being guided off into space. Every time it veers off course, it naturally aligns back. The software is programmed in to bring it back on course again, the tracking software, right? So our subconscious mind is exactly the same, and it works together with our central nervous system to fulfill and to succeed and to achieve our goals. So Maxwell Maltz talks about us being a goal-seeking organism. So we naturally have the structures within us, the subconscious mind and the nervous system, to help us move towards the very things that it thinks we want. Now, the problem is most of us are planting our subconscious with ideas of the things that we don't want, the things that we're scared of, the things that we fear, the things that we really don't want, the things that we are resisting. We are constantly thinking about them. And that's what we are programming into this amazing sat-nav that we had, our subconscious mind. It naturally will take us to wherever we are focused, to whatever image we are constantly replaying in our mind, to whatever feelings we are constantly replaying in our bodies. So if you are constantly moving towards things that you don't like, if you're constantly experiencing things in your life that you don't want and that you don't like, it's because the sat-nav has the wrong destination in it. So all we need to do, and we have complete control over this, is plant new ideas, new goals into our mind for our subconscious to start moving us naturally towards it. And what happens is when your subconscious mind actually accepts an idea as truth, it actually accepts because you've got emotionally involved with what it is that you want and it's starting to believe this is real, it will compel you into action, which means you're actually moving towards what you want on autopilot without even having the choice. You don't need to force or use willpower to do it. You are naturally being moved to what you want because it's been accepted and impressed in your subconscious mind. So this is one way that life is working for you in your favor, because you have this ability to reprogram your mind and let your mind take you to what it is that you want without all the struggle, without all the striving, without all the fighting and the resistance and the kickback. Joseph Murphy, in his book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, is another brilliant book to help you understand how your mind has been created to help you achieve what it is that you want. And actually, the only thing that's getting in the way is you. But when you read this book, when you understand the concepts of your subconscious being the tool that is going to take you to where you want to be, and the fact that you have control and you can reprogram it with anything that you want to reprogram it with, life suddenly becomes easier because you're naturally being taken to where you want to go, again, without the fight and the kickback. So Murphy is always talking about impressing your subconscious mind with powerful beliefs, with powerful affirmations, with positivity, and how your subconscious mind does not know the difference between real and imagined. Your brain doesn't know the difference. So the more you plant these ideas and these images, and the more you feel into these things of what you want, the more your subconscious is being reprogrammed with the things that you want to achieve. And again, knowing what we know from Maxwell Maltz, once that's been programmed in, we can actually trust it to move us through action, through inspiration, through nudges, and move us into the direction of what it is that we actually desire. Now, Murphy tells us that ultimately we will always become what we believe. So it's really important to change our beliefs about the thing that we are trying to attract, the outcome that we want, the life that we want to live. And it's also really important that he makes this distinction that your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between constructive and destructive thoughts and ideas and impressions. It will literally accept anything that you give it. So if you consistently tell yourself negative things about yourself, tell yourself about where you're at in life or whatever is happening around you, if you constantly tell yourself the same story, the same beliefs, and constantly think the same things that are not aligned to the result that you want, to the outcome that you want, then you're actually feeding your subconscious mind with that as your truth, with that as what you want, and it will go about achieving these goals for you. AKA, it will keep you stuck exactly where you are right now. Bob Proctor was another one of my favorite teachers. I actually did a 6-month mentorship program with him while he was still on this earth, where we used to go and meet with him on Zoom every week for an hour, listen to his teachings, and then we'd have the opportunity to ask him questions. So that was an absolute privilege to have been able to do that before he passed. He talked about whatever we could see in our mind, we could hold in our hand. And he really made it clear that we needed to create 2 images. So the first image we want to create is the image of the vision that we're holding. It is the thing that we want to achieve, the life that we want to achieve, the outcomes that we want, the way we want to be living. And it really is about creating that image clearly in your mind. And the second image is who we are, your self-image. It is the version of us that we want to become, the version of us that we need to become in order to create this life. But we need to create the image of that, of us being that way right now. And that's going to fight against everything that you believe to be true about yourself, right? Your beliefs will fight back. They'll be telling you, I'm not like this. It doesn't matter. The subconscious mind is going to accept eventually, in time, after repetition, whatever you feed it. So you continue to tell yourself that you are this person. I am this person. I am a powerful creator. I am confident AF. I am magnetic. I am wildly successful. I am wildly wealthy. whatever it is that you want to believe about yourself, the version of you that you need to become to achieve those goals, start telling yourself that you're that version now. Because when your subconscious accepts the image, the vision, and it knows that's what you want, and it also accepts the fact that this is who you are, you collapse time and things come into your life at light speed, literally. You don't need to wait. It will just happen for you as soon as these things get accepted in your mind, but it takes repetition. It takes practice. So when my business was failing and we had to really pull out the guns to turn it around and double our revenue, it wasn't necessarily the strategy and the actions that we're taking. It was the deep work we did within ourselves. So this is exactly what we had done. We had to create a new image, which was moving from the fear-driven image of our sales going down all the time, everything's going wrong, it's not working, we don't know what to do, we don't know what to do, we don't know what to do, to the new image of we're going to hit £1 million this year. Oh, we did hit £1 million this year. This felt amazing. This is what we're doing. This is it. This is it. And really building that image and how it would feel and imagining all the sales coming in and imagining all the happy customers. That was the image we had to pay more attention to. And then we had to build the image of us being the kind of person that can hit £1 million sales in a year. And so we had to see ourselves as that instead of seeing ourselves as this version of us that had suddenly almost lost our business and nothing we were doing was working, and identifying with that. And so therefore calling ourselves a failure. We had to then raise our standards, raise our vision and raise our image of who we were to be able to achieve that goal. So this is exactly the advice we followed. It's exactly the steps we took, and we had phenomenal results from it. So the last concept that I want to share with you is from our much loved Abraham Hicks. And this is something that I've always found slightly challenging because I was always a control freak. So she really encourages us to just relax, to stop paddling upstream and to just allow our boat to turn around and gently flow downstream in the current, in the river of life, right? Allowing life to give us what is there for us, what is meant for us, what we've been asking for, actually receiving the things. And this is something that Bob Proctor talked about as well in this book, was this concept of let go and let God, which is really work on what you need to work on the image, work on the self-image, and then let it go. Then get in your boat, let your boat turn around and paddle down the river. Then trust the universe, then hand it over. Then just allow whatever is going to come into your life, knowing that your subconscious is moving you towards it, knowing that life wants to express through you, wants to create more life through you. And naturally, as a living thing in this universe, on this planet, you are naturally going to want to expand and grow anyway, without you even wanting to do anything or trying to do anything. When you let all these forces of nature play out and you're not getting in the way, you're not putting the universe in a chokehold, you're not strangling your own energetic field, you are expanding, you are trusting, and then you allow the synchronicities, then you become a magnetic force to the way forward, the path that's going to take you from where you are now to where it is that you want to be in the life that you want to be living. So Abraham Hicks is all about trust and surrender and receiving, because life wants to give it to you. She talks about your inner being, which I really talk about your higher self or your inner self or your authentic self. You have this inner guidance within you that is helping you all the time. When we move out of our minds, into our hearts, down into our soul, we can hear that wisdom, we can hear that intuition, we can hear those nudges. And it's really just trusting that we've done the work, we've done the impressions, we've done the subconscious work, we've chosen what we want, and now we're going to let go, move into our heart, move into our soul, and just allow ourselves to live our life as if it's already done, knowing that life is rigged in our favor and that now we can just relax and enjoy the process rather than striving and struggling and hustling to create an outcome, to have a specific thing happen. We can actually enjoy the process and become the person we were born to be in the process of that too. So I hope the stories I've shared and the concepts I've shared have been really helpful in helping you to align back to the truth that life really is rigged in your favor. Things are working out for you. How can you reframe this today, right now? How can you start to make that shift internally, make that shift in your consciousness and the way that you think and the way that you see life, and really start to see how life is working in your favor? What was really helpful for me is when I think back to the times before I even knew about any of this stuff, before I even tried to try. And I think back on the times where things just manifested, things just evolved, like out of nowhere, I would be able to achieve something or do something, and my life just seemed to magically work in my favor. Look back at those times in your life, whether that's to do with meeting your partner or having your children or going on a trip or getting a job or starting a business or reaching a health goal, whatever it was. Just look back to those times where you were just in flow and things just happened even without you trying. They're the times that we want to remember, because they're the times that we were in flow. They're the times when we had the energy that was aligned to the outcome that we want. So we don't need to fight anymore. We want to relax, understanding that so long as we use the tools we've been given, our subconscious mind predominantly, that we can just allow the pieces to fill in, the jigsaw pieces to come together in the right and perfect way for us at the right time. I hope you've liked the video today. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe if you want to listen to more content like this on a regular basis. I am dropping videos every day from now until the end of 2024. And don't forget to sign up for 2025, the pre-game, if you are ready to radically shift your life in 2025. And before I go, I'm just going to leave you with some of my favorite quotes that really align to the theme and the concepts I've shared in this video today. Life is rigged in your favor, but you must stop resisting the current and trust the process. Your subconscious mind is working 24/7 to create your reality, but you have to stop fighting it. When you stop trying to control everything and let life do its work, everything begins to unfold perfectly. The goal-seeking mechanism of your subconscious mind is already programmed to bring you success. Trust it. Stop paddling upstream and let go. The universe is bringing you everything you need. What you impress on your subconscious mind will inevitably become your reality. Stop resisting and let it happen. Let go of the how and trust the infinite intelligence of your subconscious to take care of the details.